Hi and hello. This is Lenin from PG and Research Department of English. Let us discuss the summary of Hayavadana from the paper Subaltern Literature. So, Hayavadana author's introduction. Girish Karnad, a famous Indian actor, film director, Kannada writer, playwright, and who is predominantly seen in South Indian cinema and Bollywood. His rise as a playwright in 1960s marked the coming of the age of modern drama in Kannada literature. He was a recipient of famous and honorable Jnanapith Award, the highest literary honor given by the Indian government. For the past 4 decades, Kannad composed plays, and his plays contains history, myth, and tackle the contemporary political and social issues. He himself translated his plays into English. Not only he was a receiver of Jnanapith Award, he was also conferred Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan Award by the Government of India, and also he won 4 Filmfare Awards. Khanna died on 10th of June 2019 in the past year in Bengaluru, his home state, at the age of 81 due to prolonged illness. The other notable works of Kannad. Kannad is most known for his dramas. The other important works are Tuklak, Hayavadana, Yadati, Nagamantala, Fire in the Rain. So Hayavadana. Hayavadana is one of Kannad's most remarkable works. The plot of Hayavadana comes from Kada Saritsahara, an ancient compilation of stories in Sanskrit. The central event in the play, that is, the story of Devadatta and Kapila, is based on the tale from a Sanskrit myth, but Karnad borrowed it from Thomas Mann's retelling of the story that transposed heads. What are the main characters of the play? So, Devadatta, Kapila, Padmini, Bhagavata actually a narrator who introduces the characters and narrates what is happening in the story. Hayavadana, we are going to see Hayavadana, a man with a horse head, doll 1, doll 2, and Kali. Introduction of the play. Hayavadana is a Sanskrit tale told by a ghost to an adventurous king, gains a further mock and heroic dimension in Mann's version. Actually, Thomas Mann's version is a different one, but Kannad just dedicates himself to Kannada literature as well as to Indian theme. The original story poses a moral problem, whereas Mann used it to ridicule the mechanical notion of life, which differentiates between body and soul. Here, Hayavadana deals the problem of incompleteness, body and soul. Girish Karnad beautifully tackles both. Thomas Mann ridicules a philosophy which holds a head is superior to body. The human body, Mann argues, is a debate for completion of human destiny. What we see, a head without a body is incomplete. A man is known by his head. A man is known by his head. So Thomas Mann ridicules the philosophy, the head is superior to body. Kannad's play poses a different problem, that of human identity in a world of tangled relationships. What are all the tangled relationships? Here also we have a problematic relationship, whereas a woman is torn between 2 men. One is her lover as well as the second one her husband. Tangled relationships. Now, the summary of the play Hayavadana. The play opens with Devadatta and Kapila, who are so close. They are called as bosom friends. They are so close. They are known in the village as so intimate friends. Devadatta is a man of intellect, whereas Kapila is a man of body. Kapila is known for his physical strength. The relationships get complicated when Devadatta marries Padmini. The introduction of a woman into their life, creates a problem. Kapila falls in love with Padmini and she too reciprocates. This must be noted. Why? Because even though Padmini got married to Devadatta, a man of intellect, she has a craze for a man of body, Kapila. Kapila is a black body man. The friends kill themselves and in a scene hilariously. So what happens in the course of action? The two friends kill each other. In the beginning of the play, we saw they are bosom friends. They are very close. They are so intimate. But see how an introduction of a woman make their life so pathetic. They kill themselves. Padmini transposes their heads by mistake, giving Devata Kapila's body and Kapila Devata's head. This is the theme of incompleteness, identity of incompleteness in the play, where Girish Karnad uses the theme of Thomas Mann's transposed heads. Padmini, by mistake, unknowingly, in a moment of hurry, in a moment of haste, transpose the heads of those two friends. As a result is a confusion of identities which reveals the ambiguous nature of human personality. So there arises a problem of identity. Devadatta now with Kapila's body, Kapila now with Devadatta's body. Actually, the head of Devadatta on Kapila's body behaves differently from what he was before, but slowly and steadily, gradually he changes to his former self. So does Kapila faster than Devadatta. Even though Padmini by mistaken and in a moment of haste misplace their heads, both the friends slowly and steadily started to gain their normal self. Padmini, after the exchange of heads, had felt that she had the best of both men and gets slowly disappointed. Of the three, she has a capacity for complete experience. Why so? Kapila and Devadatta, they got problems, they killed themselves, and Padmini misplaced their heads. But throughout the play, when we see Padmini is the only character, she has a complete identity, complete experience of everything. She gets the love of Kapila, she gets the love of Devadatta, she gets what she likes. She understands but cannot control the circumstances which she is placed. She cannot control the situation, control the circumstances. Why? Because everything is happening out of her control. Her situation is beautifully summed up by the image of river and the scarecrow in the choric songs. A sword fight that leaves both the friends dead brings a baffling story to end. At the end, the two friends have a combat. The death of three protagonists was not portrayed tragically. Three protagonists here refers to Devadatta, Kapila and Padmini. The death serves only to emphasize the logic behind the absurdity of the situation. You know the point, absurdity. Why? Because the absurdity, a woman cannot have an extramarital affair in Indian context. India is known for its culture, India is known for its tradition, India is known for its aesthetic experience. Padmini cannot have a lover, that too her husband's friend. Let us look into the style of Karnad employed in the Hayavadana. The Bhagavata, as we said in the characters list, as we saw in the characters list, the Bhagavata acts as a narrator and sings for and about the characters in both first and third person, often revealing the thoughts. Bhagavata comes in the beginning of the play with a Ganesha statue, Ganesha idol, and also he informs the audience, he informs the readers that what is going to happen in the play, who is Devadatta, who is Kapila, what next, what they are thinking. Karnad builds on Indian performance tradition in Hayavadana. Indian performance tradition, the tradition of India, the tradition of post-war Indian drama, post-war Indian literature in Hayavadana, and used folk theatre devices. As we said, as we discussed in the earlier slide, this story, this drama is from Kada Sarit Sahara, a myth in Kannada literature. So there must be the treatment of folk theatre devices. Since Kannada is so associated with folk theatre, since Kannada is so associated with drama, he used devices such as curtains, songs, puppets, Mask, since it's a play of identity, mask should be used. Curtains, dolls. We'll see how dolls play a vital and important role in the second half of the play. And story within a story, subplot. We have a subplot also here. A story within a story. These are all the post-war Indian dramatic techniques, which is highly efficiently decorated and perfected by Kannad through his plays. His play's plot revolves around a world of incomplete individuals. We saw Kapila and Devadatta, though they are so close in the beginning, they become incomplete when they fight for a woman. Indifferent gods, we have Kali here. Devadatta takes Padmini to the mountain, saying that he is going to offer sacrifice for Lord Rudra. And dolls that speak also. How come dolls speak? They do not have life. They are inanimate objects, but still they have a vital role here. Kannad work as a tone and expression of great dramatist. He has the outstanding ability and the power to transform any situation into an aesthetic experience. He is a writer known for his aesthetic experience. Known as a writer of Kannada literature, Kannada myth, Sanskrit myth, his world of literature made him as a writer of aesthetic experience, aesthetic enjoying of literature. Now we turn to the subplot of Hayavadana. In the earlier slide we saw how a story within a story. Now we shall discuss what is a subplot employed by Kannad in Hayavadana. Hayavadana, as the name suggests, is a man with a horse head. That's the reason why a portrait also given here. Haya, horse, and Vadana, face. Actually, the myth behind this Hayavadana, his mother is a princess who had fallen in love with a stallion, a male horse, and also been pregnated by a male horse. That's the reason why his birth is like that. He is having a horse head and a human body. Hayavadana is desperately seeking to get rid of his strange head when he stumbles on the stage where the play about the transport celebrity for bomb. These are all the devices performed and intentionally used by Girish Karnad in order to expose the theme of Hayavadana, the theme of incomplete. The horseman's search for completeness ends comically with his becoming a complete horse. Actually, Hayavadana was longing to become a man, but still he ends his life comically as became a complete horse. The animal body triumphs over what is considered the best in man as the Uttamanga. Uttamanga means the human heads. It's a Sanskrit word. Uttamanga means the human heads. But Hayavadana, at the end of the play also, he did not receive any human completeness. He becomes horse, a complete horse. That is why Karnad names a play Hayavadana, that is a search for human completeness. This is a subplot. Whereas in the main plot we saw Devadatta and Kapila, those two figures, those two characters, those two friends are struggling from the very beginning to search for their completeness. They become incomplete with the arrival of Padmini. They become incomplete by Padmini's misplaced heads. The Bhagavad of the play then guides him to the same temple of Kali, whereas the characters of the play get the transport heads. Kali temple. Kali is known for a god who offers boons to the devotees. Now let us look at the relevance of dolls in folk tales. Use of dolls in Hayavadana. How do they add source to the play? How do they add importance to the play? Why? What is the need for Kannad to employ dolls in Hayavadana? As we discussed earlier, Hayavadana is a folk tale because Kada Sarit Sahara is a Sanskrit myth. Kannad introduces two dolls that Devadatta presents to Padmini as gift for the expected child. Keep in mind, those two dolls symbolizes the expected child of the couple, Devadatta and Padmini. Through their own dialogues, that refers to the dolls. The dolls describe the dynamic changes occurring in the family. They themselves discuss what is happening between Devadatta and Padmini, what is happening between Kapila and Padmini. They themselves discuss. Even though they are inanimate, they could speak. These are all the modern techniques employed by Karnad through his plays. They document the change of Devadatta's body from its rough, muscular Kapila to that of a soft, pot-bellied Brahmin body. So this is the important theme which has been carried all throughout the play. Soft body as well as a muscular body, a man of intellect and a man of body, a man of physique. Even though they are transposed by Padmini mistakenly, slowly and steadily they are regaining their own nature. They also reveal that Padmini has given birth to a disfigured son. Note it down. Disfigured son again symbolizes the problem of incompleteness, and she started dreaming about Kapila again and again. The structure of Kapila, the image of Kapila, the love of Kapila brings Padmini to the limelight. The dolls also become the theatrical devices through which Padmini sends Devadatta to Ujjain, so she can use his absence to sneak away the child to the forest where Kapila resides. Every now and then, Padmini longs to have a life with Kapila. Even though Kapila is residing in the forest now because of the problem between two friends, she deliberately sends her husband to Ujjain, a far distant from her habitant, in order to go away to a forest to live happily with Kapila. So every now and then, Padmini attempts furiously to have a life with Kapila. So this has been beautifully pictured, this has been beautifully portrayed by introduction of dolls. How dolls speak, how dolls discuss what is happening in the life of the three protagonists. Now, the ending of the play. Padmini decides to commit sati after Kapila and Devadatta kill each other in a sword duel. Sati is a known Hindu widow practice, an act of Hindu widow willingly cremating herself on the funeral pyre of her dead husband, followed in the pre-independent area. She entrusts the boy to Bhagavata and leaves instruction for him to be raised both as Kapila's and as Devadatta's son. So she has given instructions to be informed to Bhagavata, the narrator in the beginning of the play we saw, and the disfigured son of Padmini and Devadatta to be raised as Kapila as well as Devadatta's son. Hayavadana returns to the stage, now with the body as well as head of a horse. So now the Hayavadana, in the subplot we saw earlier in the slide, we saw Hayavadana, a man of body with the head of a horse, now returns to the stage with the complete structure of a horse. He still has a human voice and is singing patriotic songs. These are other techniques employed by Girish Karnad deliberately to sow the seeds of modern Indian dramatic techniques. Hayavadana, laughing human voice, infect the mute child, the disfigured son of Padmini and Devadatta, with laughter, and the child begins to speak and laugh normally. Slowly and steadily, the play is moving from incompleteness to completeness. Why? Because we saw in the earlier parts, Hayavadana has a human body and a horse head, now full of a human hearts, and now the mute child of Padmini and Devadatta started to speak and laugh normally. In a cyclic transformation, the child's laughter causes Hayavadana to lose the last shred of his human nature, and he begins to neigh like a horse. It's the nature of a horse to neigh, the sound created when the horse neighs. Slowly and steadily, the play moves to the theme of completeness. Hayavadana helps the mute child of Padmini and Devadatta to speak and laugh normally as a cyclic transformation from one stage to another stage. Hayavadana also lost his human voice and began to neigh like a horse. Karnad thus uses the logic of myth to create a double reciprocal exchange of functions that allows for resolution. That's what I made earlier, resolution. A final answer, solution is being given to Hayavadana to become a complete horse, as well as to the mute child to speak normally. Hayavadana, and the boy in effect compete each other, the one as a human child written and the other as a fully animal, even though there are no three other protagonists. They are dead now. The disfigured son now became a complete human, as well as Hayavadana became a complete animal, horse. So this is the portrait of how Padmini holding the transposits of husband Devadatta and lover Kapila. Problem of a lady, problem of Padmini, conflict in Padmini, whom to choose, whether to choose a man of intellect or to choose a man of body. There are three levels of incompleteness being described by Karnad in this play. 1. Divine, 2. Human, and 3. Animal. When the play begins, the mask of Ganesha is brought on the stage and kept on the chair. As far as Hindu mythology is concerned, as far as Hindu tradition is concerned, people usually start everything which is auspicious by praying or offering to Lord Ganesha. He is considered as a primary god in Hindu tradition, whereas each and every act of good will be started by praying, by devoting, by worshipping Lord Ganesha. That's what also happening in the beginning of the play. Bhagavata sings verses in praise of Ganesha accompanied by his musicians. Here Bhagavata regards Ganesha as an embodiment of incompleteness. Ganesha is known for his incompleteness. Why? Because Ganesha has an elephant head and a human body. Ganesha has an elephant head and the human body. The image of Ganesha is a image of incompleteness because Ganesha has a elephant head and a human body. So right from the very beginning, Karnad deliberately uses theatrical devices, images, folk tales, myth, theatrical devices in order to give a complete post-Indian English literature. So the theme of incompleteness has been presented at three levels. Divine level include Lord Ganesha. Why divine? He is a divine structure. Human level includes the three protagonists of the play. Devadatta, man of intellect; Kapila, man of body; and Padmini, of course, a woman. And animal level includes Hayavadana. We saw in the subplot Hayavadana, human body and a horse head. I hope you all been benefited out of this video. Thank you for your patience and all the very best for your future endeavors.